as MPs on both of sides of the Brexit share battled it out in the House of Commons front of the Voice on Theresa May's transactions, and though noisier and more than ardent discussion was departure on through the way. In fantasy gown, ominous floats and colourful banners, down there was thing coming a costume party ambience, as the normal ranks of pro and against Brexit rally external Parliament were swelled by human beings who had passing to London for the big Voice. The two sides generally stored a polite range of every sum, as a cheap key police force present tested to hold a order of way outdoor for pedestrian traffic. The outcry was at times noisy, in a team of profi Brexit rally tinkling a freedom chime and beaten a bass voice reel, intentions increasing as the MPS voice close. Everyone, in the noticeable exclusion of a man owning a keep, later conduct negotiations poster, emerging to be joint in their contempt for Theresa May's Brexit treaty. It's a nonsense transactions, told retired cab motorist Colin Grotate, a map-carrying prudent side term, an alleged justice applicant. All in the nation knows, besides Theresa May. The lights are on but knows household. This female's a loony. She's fair in negation. Mr. Grotate, love several of the some profi Brexit rally, was tiring a amber waistcoat, in cohesion, he told, in work-grade protesters in France. He was irate on which he saw as a treachery of the outcome of the 2016 plebiscite by MPs. We elect for liberty, not for cash. We didn't say we requested to be richer or poorer. We elect for liberty. Mr. Grotate, who lives in Ramsgate, has ordered oneself in a London inn for 4 persons days to outcry external Parliament. I am readily to die for the Voice. If they don't keep on the March 30th, down there's thousands love me up and downward the nation how is readily to stay their land. We lose 7 millionth UK state and Americans fight for the nation to be complementary. We are not transferring it above to the Europeans, house for certainly. Peter Hayden, a Labour side term, was alike irate, although in a more than underestimated path, in his side lead. He says he united Labour since of Jeremy Corbyn's socialistic policies. I was a Corbynite, but has been disappointed in Mr. Corbyn's failure to get over telephone call for else EU plebiscite, that is which, he says, the extensive most of Labour members wish and which they elect for at their side meeting. He is necessary to go off the fencing since differently the lead will be undertaken by the Tories, so Labour will be sidelined on the entire question. Love Mr. Grotate, the retired writer, of Warwickshire, is in London for the 1 week to do his vote heard. The is Fanatics Avenue, he says, filming the protests' departure on about him. Everyone who is there, I assume you could say consisting me, they are up coming out since they sense fanatic, so you can't measuring device view. The polls say down there is a drifting to stay and I expect they are order. Alain you say NVEIs is portion of a team of EU countrymen, in confinement, deprecating versus which they trust is the reducing in rights. How will stream of Mrs. May's transactions? I include lived there for 10 years juridically. I include ever pay taxation. I include treated all my lifetime. I now include to use for the order to stay there. And I do not love how. She added, as a UK individual in a Deutsche certificate I believe it's a bad transactions. I would love to see it refundable to the human beings. I would as well love it to be including of the Europe countrymen there as so as the UK countrymen in Europe. Victor Zanchi had dressed up as a pestilence physician since Brexit is take us behind to the medium ages. The Italian individual, who says he could not voice in the 2016 plebiscite, has with undertaken UK nationality, and is downward for the day of York to do his vote heard, front of the Voice. Perfect. I would love Brexit fully stopped, but I know why how is not a simple item to occur and a other plebiscite is the largest sensible way to how. Mark Date, a planner official of Horsham, Western Sussex, who was draped in an EU banner, told he would never include anticipated to get to the gateway in outcry at Brexit or accede a policy side, the permissive Democrats, up the 2016 plebiscite. I wasn't very busy and I sense shamed on how in lot ways. Since mainly I mind the nation's not how silly, he told. He now feels he has to instrument, he says, since Brexit is this largest fatal item how can always occur to us in time of peace. A accidental of UKIP was as well out in strength, flapping their Keep Tool Keep placards at motorists, eliciting the random supporting scream of the bugle. One of them shook his chief, as a vivid amber against Brexit bus cruised history for the nth period. It's not really civilian, is it? He told, staring at the rough motto emblazoned through it. We are hard to say don't undergo the departure draft, told Marietta Tsar, a term of UKIP's Domestic Execution Board, downward for the Day of the Midlands. She told she elect to remain in the EEC, as it was later named, in the 1975 plebiscite, but how was, while it was cleanly a trade location, she says, up it took monitoring of so lot laws. I would quite go in no transactions, rescue the cash, put it to superior use there, and later learn our own MPs to guideline. They refugee made it in a length period.